tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
The constellations are beautiful.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. That's what Professor Shah was talking about.
Incendio.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shah was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs in ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Lumos!
Lumos!
Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
Where precisely is the table we're looking for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Lumos.
Lumos! More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not that. Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
Where precisely?
According to an old
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Incendio. Lumos.
Lumos! The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. What an... Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
You only have Ranrock to blame. Perhaps I'll come back to this.
Revelio. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterfly.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Revelio. Accio.
Castle must have been quite stately in its time. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio.
I should investigate. What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, demiguise.
Revelio.
You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you. Thank you for passing through. Thank you for all that you've done for us.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Accio. One and three.
And I haven't even had my tea yet. I'll watch the light go out of your
Confringo.
eyes.
Accio. Incendio. Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Gave the hall clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find where to have a look around. See about the hall clumps and the rest. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. That's all the hall clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo!
That was a close one.
Revelio.
This must be Sorona's books of letters.
Accio! Incendio! Confringo.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Accio. Revelio.
I dream of making a better world for me. What's this? Running home? No one hide from me. Back for more? Ugh, not the brightest child.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Betting on the dragon fights was...
Accio.
Ow!
It's... Confringo.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that piece of letters.
Revelio. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Revelio.
That's all the Hawk clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. Does it get any more cozy?
Revelio.
I'll say it again.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Biscuit.
Hello? Is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf, Biscuit, was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your mooncalf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garniff.
Oh, how kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts. Do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
I should try and rescue Garniff's mooncalf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers. What do we have here? A demiguise.
they come after me, I'll stick 'em like a knobnail.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly attacked by wolves, I was. Only just escaped with my life. I need to be better prepared next time. Could use some thunder brew. I don't suppose a student like yourself would be in possession of such a thing?
You should be able to take care of yourself. I'm not giving you anything.
How cruel! Calling me a liar? I don't need the help of someone so rude. Better hope the wolves don't get you.
Still looking for that thunder brew?
No, Wait, did you find some?
I'm afraid not. I'd help you if I could, but I don't actually have anything with me.
Well, that is unfortunate. I was hoping you'd be better prepared.
Revelio.
Accio! Confringo! Incendio!
See if there's something you need. That's been a pleasure. Thank you for your patronage. That's been a pleasure.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Accio!
No! I will make you.
Incendio! Levioso!
I won't be.
Accio! Incendio! Accio! Confringo! Revelio! Poachers. Garniff was right then. I'd better be careful.
Protego! Confringo! You'll need to be quicker than that! Leviosa! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Leviosa! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Leviosa! Confringo!
You think you're safe with that special magic?
Accio! Confringo! Incendio! Leviosa! Accio!
Oh, what's the light go out of your eyes?
Pathetic! Leviosa!
Did you take over?
Confringo! Incendio!
Confringo! You'll pay for that! Confringo! I'll bet that one
Confringo!
hurt.
Accio! Incendio!
Reducto! Reducto!
Accio! Incendio! Confringo!
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
Aloha, Mora.
Now then, which one of you is Biscuit? No, you don't. All right, Biscuit. Let's get you back to Garniff, shall we? Now, I'm only trying to help. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Do cooperate, won't you? No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Places!
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Revelio. Glacius.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Revelio. Glacius.
Everything's all right now.
Revelio. Glacius. Revelio.
What will I do without her?
Garneth, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
If it weren't for me, I suspect those poachers would have flayed her alive.
Oh, perish the thought. Thank Merlin you were able to save her in time. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit. My wise, noble moon calf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind.
Leviosa.
Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
Confringo. Glacius.
Lumos.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
How can one not fancy Professor Garland?
Plants grow could be so interesting.
How wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignment, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of smoothwort. Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Revelio.